Today we're going to be doing long division of polynomials, but first let's remember how to actually just long divide normal numbers. So if we have 58,762 and we want to divide that by 3. So we first need to see 3 goes into 5 how many times? Well, it goes in 1 time. 3 times 1 is 3. That leaves me with 2 left over. Now we bring down the 8. So we're going to say 3 goes into 28 how many times? Well, 3 times 9 is 27. Subtract those, we have 1 left over. Now the 7 comes down. So 3 goes into 17 how many times? 3 times 5 is 15. Leaves me with 2 left over. Now the 6 comes down. So 3 goes into 26 8 times, because 3 times 8 is 24. We have 2 left over, and then we bring down the 2. 3 goes into 22 7 times. 3 times 7 is 21. That leaves me with 1 left over. We've reached the end, so we have a remainder of 1. But how we're going to write it as, this is 19,587, plus we have 1 of 3 left over. So we're going to say plus 1/3, because our remainder is 1, our divisor is 3. So my answer is 19,587 plus 1/3. If you were to type this into your calculator, that 58,762 divided by 3, you would get 19,587.33333, which is that 1/3 that we showed. So now we're going to look at it with polynomials. So if we have 3x to the 4th minus 5x cubed plus 4x minus 6 divided by x squared minus 3x plus 5. The first thing we want to do is write it into long division form. So what we need to make sure is that all of our exponents are shown. So it goes 4x, should we go to the 4th power, 3rd power. We are missing the 2nd power. We're missing our squared. So we know we're going to have 0x squared, because we don't have any x squareds. You need to see every exponent as you go, then our x to the 1st and x to the nothing power. So inside we'll have 3x to the 4th minus 5x cubed plus 0x squared. You have to have that x squared term. So if it's not there, put a 0. Plus 4x minus 6 divided by x squared minus 3x plus 5. So we want to see x squared goes into 3x to the 4th how many times? Well, 1 times 3 is 3, so we're going to have the 3. We want x squared to get up to x to the 4th, so x squared times x squared will give me that x to the 4th term. We're really only looking at these leading coefficients, or these leading terms, to determine what we want to put up top. So if we do 3x squared times x squared minus 3x plus 5, so we need to distribute this out. We get 3x squared times x squared would be 3x to the 4th. 3x squared times negative 3x would be minus 9x cubed. 3x squared times 5 would be plus 15x squared. Now, just like we did in normal long division, we're going to subtract these. 3x squared minus 3x squared, 3x to the 4th minus 3x to the 4th is 0. Negative 5x cubed plus 9, so minus negative 9x cubed will make this a plus, because remember we're subtracting, so this would be plus, this is going to be a minus, would be 4x cubed. 0x squared minus 15x squared would be minus 15x squared. Okay, so now we need to see how many times does x squared go into 4x cubed. So we know we're going to have a plus 4, because we have x squared times the 4 will give us the 4. X squared times x will get us to the x cubed. So now we want to distribute the 4x times 4x squared minus 3x plus 5. So 4x times x squared is 4x cubed. 4x times negative 3x is negative 12x squared. 4x times 5 is plus 20x. Now what we forgot to do is bring down this 4x, so plus 4x. Now we want to subtract these. So remember, when we subtract, that changes all of their signs. This will be a minus, this will be a plus, and this will be a minus. So 4x cubed and 4x cubed cancel out. Negative 15x squared plus 12x squared is negative 3x squared. 4x minus 20x is minus 16x. Bring down the negative 6, minus 6. So now we're going to say x squared times what will give me negative 3x squared. So x squared times negative 3 will give me my negative 3x squared. So now this negative 3 distributes to everything so we can fill in our line. So negative 3 times x squared is negative 3x squared. Negative 3 times negative 3x is plus 9x. Negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. We want to subtract these. When we subtract, remember all of the signs change. This will be plus, this will be minus, this will be plus. So now we're going to add them together. Those cancel out. Negative 16x and negative 9 makes negative 25x. Negative 6 and 15 make positive 9. This is our remainder. So our answer is going to be 3x squared plus 4x minus 3 plus our remainder of negative 25x plus 9 over our divisor, which is x squared minus 3x plus 5. This would be your answer. Alright, the next example we're going to do is we're going to have, there goes my marker, x cubed plus 5x squared minus 7x plus 2 divided by x minus 2. Now the first thing we want to check and make sure is that all of our exponents are here, so we have an exponent of 3, 2, 1, and not an exponent. Now, so we're going to start and say x times what gives me x cubed? Well, we know that x times x squared will give me x cubed. We want to make sure that what we write lines up. So instead of writing my x squared above the x cubed, since we're adding in an x squared, or we're multiplying by x squared, we're going to put it above the x squared term. We want to make sure everything lines up. So x squared times x minus 2 will give me x cubed minus 2x squared. We need to subtract these, so my signs are going to change. X cubed minus x cubed go away. 5x squared and 2x squared give me 7x squared. Bring down the 7x, so we'll have minus 7x. So x times what will give me 7x squared? X times 7x will give me 7x squared. So now we distribute. 7x times x minus 2 is 7x squared minus 14x. Subtract them, so change the sign. Those will cancel. We'll be left with 7x. Bring down the 2 plus 2. So x times what will give me 7x? X times 7 will give me 7x. So now let's distribute. 7 times x minus 2 is 7x minus 14. Subtract them, so change the signs. X's go away. We're left with 16. So my remainder is 16, so I have nothing left to pull down. So my answer will be x squared plus 7x plus 7 plus my remainder of 16 over my divisor, which is x minus 2. So your answer is x squared plus 7x plus 7 plus 16 over x minus 2.